Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to talk about the power of empathy, not just as a feel-good idea, but as a practical tool for change. Empathy is often seen as an emotional response, but it is so much more. It is the foundation of leadership, the driving force behind collaboration, and the key to inspiring action. Empathy is often seen as a soft skill, something that we associate with personal relationships or moments of emotional connection. But in reality, empathy is the foundation of effective leadership. It's not just about understanding others. It's about creating an environment where people feel heard, valued, and respected. Leadership is not about issuing commands from the top down, but rather about building trust and relationships that motivate people to take action. Empathy in this context is essential because it enables leaders to connect with their teams on a deeper level, beyond just tasks or outcomes. When we think about leadership, we often imagine a figure who is decisive, assertive, and in control. While these qualities are important, they are only part of the picture. A leader who is solely focused on the mission, on achieving goals, may miss the most crucial element, the people who are working toward those goals. If you do not take the time to understand the people who are helping you accomplish your mission, you are not leading, you are merely managing. Empathy allows a leader to move beyond surface-level interactions and build meaningful connections with their team members. One of the key reasons why empathy is the foundation of leadership is because it enables leaders to see things from the perspective of others. When leaders have the ability to put themselves in the shoes of those they lead, they gain insight into their challenges, frustrations, and motivations. This deeper understanding allows leaders to make more informed decisions that consider not just what is best for the organization, but also what is best for the people who make the organization function. This is not about being overly compassionate or trying to make everyone happy all the time. It's about recognizing the humanity in the people you lead and understanding that their experiences, values, and perspectives matter. Effective leaders understand that people are not just cogs in a machine. They are individuals with unique skills, goals, and emotions. A leader who approaches their role with empathy will recognize that each team member brings something different to the table and that those differences are not weaknesses but strengths. By understanding the individual needs of each person, a leader can better align tasks with their strengths and provide the right kind of support when challenges arise. This creates a culture where people feel recognized for their contributions, which in turn drives higher performance, greater satisfaction, and stronger loyalty to the organization. Empathy is vital in times of conflict. Every team experiences challenges, and disagreements or misunderstandings are inevitable. But it is during these moments that empathy is most needed. Rather than responding to conflict with authority or dismissiveness, an empathetic leader will take the time to listen to all sides of the issue, seek to understand the underlying causes of the conflict, and work toward a solution that considers the needs of everyone involved. When team members feel that their concerns are taken seriously, they are more likely to remain engaged and committed to finding a resolution. Empathy allows leaders to navigate these difficult moments with grace and ensures that the solutions they implement are fair, thoughtful, and considerate of the people involved. Empathy helps create an inclusive environment where all voices are heard. Leadership is not just about being the loudest or most dominant person in the room. It's about fostering an atmosphere where everyone feels empowered to contribute their ideas, opinions, and feedback. A leader who demonstrates empathy actively listens, encourages diverse perspectives, and values input from all members of the team. This inclusive approach fosters a sense of belonging and helps to build a more innovative, collaborative, and dynamic organization. Empathy also plays a critical role in motivating others. When leaders show that they understand and care about the well-being of their team members, they create an environment of trust. People are more likely to go above and beyond when they feel supported and appreciated. Empathy humanizes the leader and makes them more relatable. Instead of leading from a position of power, an empathetic leader leads from a position of understanding and support. This is what inspires loyalty and encourages people to put their full effort into their work. It's not fear of punishment or desire for reward that drives people, but a deep sense of connection to their leader and the work they are doing together. Empathy allows leaders to be more adaptable. When a leader is attuned to the emotional and psychological needs of their team, they can respond more effectively to changes, whether they are internal shifts in company culture or external challenges in the market. Empathy allows leaders to adjust their approach to fit the needs of their team, ensuring that individuals are supported through change rather than left to fend for themselves. By recognizing and responding to the evolving needs of the people they lead, empathetic leaders can guide their teams through transitions with greater ease and success. Inspiring action is one of the most important tasks a leader faces. To achieve this, a leader must go beyond simply telling others what to do or pushing for results. Traditional leadership approaches often rely on authority, command, and control. The idea is that a clear directive will result in action and success. However, this approach doesn't always lead to the most effective or sustainable outcomes. In fact, when people feel like they are merely following orders, their motivation tends to be short-lived. Action that comes from a sense of duty or obligation is often shallow and uninspired. What is needed then is a different approach to leadership, one that is centered around connection and understanding. This is where empathy comes in. To inspire action, a leader must first create a sense of shared purpose. People are more likely to act when they feel they are part of something bigger than themselves, something that aligns with their values and goals. When a leader demonstrates empathy, they do more than just explain the what of a mission, they help others understand the why. This means focusing on the bigger picture and connecting the actions of the team to a sense of meaning. When people understand how their work contributes to a larger goal, they are more motivated to put in the effort. Empathy allows leaders to communicate not just the technical requirements of a task, but the emotional and personal reasons why that task matters. Empathy also plays a vital role in addressing the individual needs of team members. Every person has their own unique motivations, concerns, and challenges. What inspires one person may not be what inspires another. This is why a leader who relies solely on generalizations or one-size-fits-all approaches will struggle to inspire action. Empathetic leaders take the time to understand what drives each individual on their team, allowing them to provide personalized support and guidance. This might mean offering more autonomy to a self-motivated employee or providing additional coaching to someone who is struggling. By addressing the specific needs of their team members, empathetic leaders are better equipped to empower others to take ownership of their roles and act with purpose. When people feel understood and supported, they are more likely to take risks and step out of their comfort zones. Leadership that is rooted in empathy fosters a culture where people feel safe to innovate, try new things, and make mistakes. Fear of failure is one of the greatest obstacles to action, and it often stems from a lack of psychological safety. When people are worried about being judged or penalized for their mistakes, they become hesitant, cautious, and ultimately less productive. However, when a leader shows empathy by creating a safe, supportive environment, they encourage people to act boldly and take the kind of risks that drive progress. Leaders who practice empathy make it clear that failure is not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity for learning and growth. Empathy also enables leaders to recognize and address obstacles that may be hindering progress. Sometimes people don't take action because they feel overwhelmed, confused, or unsupported. These challenges can often go unnoticed unless a leader takes the time to understand what's going on beneath the surface. By demonstrating empathy and actively listening to their team, leaders can uncover the underlying reasons why people are struggling and address those issues before they become larger problems. Whether it's providing additional resources, offering reassurance, or removing roadblocks, empathetic leaders are better able to support their teams in overcoming challenges and staying on track. This proactive approach not only encourages action, but also helps sustain it in the long term. Another critical aspect of inspiring action through empathy is the ability to build strong, trusting relationships. People are more likely to take action when they trust their leaders. Trust doesn't come from authority or expertise alone. It comes from a deep sense of connection and respect. Leaders who demonstrate empathy create bonds with their team members that go beyond just the work at hand. They show a genuine interest in the well-being of their team, taking the time to understand their personal lives, their challenges, and their aspirations. This creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and loyalty, where people are more willing to follow a leader's direction and put in the extra effort. In turn, this trust fosters an environment where individuals feel safe to express their opinions, share their ideas, and contribute to the collective success. Empathy helps leaders to manage change effectively. Change can be difficult, and it often causes discomfort, uncertainty, and resistance. People may be hesitant to take action if they feel that the change is being imposed on them, or that they are being asked to do something they don't understand. A leader who approaches change with empathy, however, can guide their team through transitions with greater ease. By listening to concerns, providing clarity, and offering support, an empathetic leader can reduce fear and resistance, ultimately encouraging others to embrace change and act with confidence. The ability to inspire action in the face of uncertainty is one of the hallmarks of effective leadership, and empathy is the key that makes this possible. In essence, to inspire action, leaders must build a deep connection with their team, create an environment of trust, and help people see the meaning behind their work. Empathy is the thread that ties all of these elements together, transforming transactional leadership into transformational leadership. It enables leaders to move beyond mere instruction and instead ignite a sense of purpose, motivation, and commitment in those they lead. Through empathy, leaders can create the conditions for sustained action, where individuals are not just following orders, but actively working toward a common goal with passion and dedication. Listening without judgment is one of the most powerful tools a leader can have in their arsenal. It goes beyond just hearing words. It's about understanding the meaning behind those words and the emotions that accompany them. When leaders listen without judgment, they create an environment where team members feel safe, respected, and valued. This is critical in fostering open communication, building trust, and creating a culture where individuals are not afraid to speak up, share ideas, or express concerns. When people feel heard, they are more likely to contribute and engage in ways that drive progress and innovation. One of the biggest challenges in leadership is balancing the need to make decisions with the need to understand the perspectives of others. Often, leaders feel the pressure to act quickly, to make choices that will move things forward, and to maintain control over the direction of the team. This can sometimes lead to a situation where leaders listen to others only as a formality, with the goal of confirming their own thoughts or reinforcing their pre-existing beliefs. However, true leadership requires more than just gathering information. It requires genuinely listening and being open to new ideas and different viewpoints. When a leader listens without judgment, they show that they are not simply interested in their own perspective, but in the ideas and experiences of those around them. This kind of openness fosters an atmosphere of trust and respect, which in turn allows for better collaboration, more creative problem solving, and stronger relationships. Listening without judgment also means being willing to put aside personal biases and assumptions. Every person brings their own experiences, values, and beliefs to the table. Sometimes these differences can create friction or misunderstandings. However, when a leader listens without judgment, they avoid jumping to conclusions or making snap decisions based on their own biases. Instead, they approach each conversation with an open mind, seeking to understand the other person's point of view without immediately labeling it as right or wrong. This requires patience, humility, and a willingness to accept that there may be more than one valid perspective on any given issue. By practicing non-judgmental listening, a leader encourages others to do the same, creating a more inclusive and respectful environment where people feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings without fear of being dismissed or criticized. This type of listening is especially important when dealing with difficult conversations or conflicts. Disagreements and misunderstandings are a natural part of working with others. But how a leader handles these situations can have a profound impact on the team's overall dynamics. When a leader listens without judgment, they are better equipped to address issues in a way that is constructive and collaborative rather than adversarial. They acknowledge the emotions and concerns of the individuals involved, allowing them to feel heard and validated. This in turn helps to de-escalate tensions and foster a sense of mutual respect, even in the midst of conflict. Listening without judgment does not mean agreeing with everything that is said, but it does mean giving others the space to express themselves fully without fear of being judged or shut down. Another crucial aspect of listening without judgment is the ability to be fully present in the moment. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, it's easy to fall into the trap of half-listening, tuning in only enough to get the gist of what is being said before moving on to the next task. However, this type of listening does a disservice to both the speaker and the leader. When a leader is truly present and engaged, they send a powerful message that the conversation matters. that the person speaking is valued, and that their words are worthy of attention. This requires not only being physically present, but also mentally and emotionally invested in the conversation. It means putting aside distractions, focusing on the person speaking, and giving them the time and space to communicate their thoughts and feelings fully. Listening without judgment also involves a level of emotional intelligence that allows leaders to pick up on nonverbal cues and subtle signals. People don't always say exactly what they mean or express their emotions in direct ways, especially in challenging situations. An empathetic leader can listen for what is not being said, picking up on body language, tone of voice, and other nonverbal cues that indicate deeper feelings or concerns. This deeper level of listening enables a leader to understand the full context of a conversation and respond in a way that is compassionate and thoughtful. It also helps to uncover issues that may not be immediately obvious, allowing the leader to address them before they escalate into larger problems. The act of listening without judgment also strengthens the leader's ability to make more informed and thoughtful decisions. When leaders take the time to listen carefully to their team members and understand their perspectives, they gain a deeper understanding of the issues at hand. This enables them to make decisions that are better aligned with the needs and goals of the team, rather than relying solely on their own assumptions or preconceived notions. By listening openly and without judgment, leaders create an environment where everyone's input is valued, and where decisions are made based on a comprehensive understanding of the situation rather than just a narrow viewpoint. Listening without judgment is a cornerstone of effective leadership. It fosters trust, builds stronger relationships, encourages open communication, and enables leaders to make better decisions. When leaders take the time to listen to their team members with empathy, openness, and without judgment, they create a culture of respect and understanding that inspires greater collaboration, innovation, and success. One of the key reasons empathy empowers people to act is because it fosters a sense of trust. Trust is the foundation of any high-performing team, and empathy is the bridge that connects individuals to one another. When people trust their leader, they feel safe to take risks, share their ideas, and collaborate openly. Empathetic leaders show their team that they are invested in their well-being and success, which leads to greater loyalty and dedication. This trust allows team members to feel confident that they will be supported, no matter what challenges they face. When people feel supported, they are more likely to act with confidence, knowing they have the backing of someone who genuinely cares about their success. Empathy also helps to create a sense of belonging within a team. People are motivated when they feel like they are part of something larger than themselves, when they know that their contributions matter and that they are valued for who they are. Leaders who practice empathy recognize the unique strengths and perspectives that each individual brings to the table. They make an effort to understand the needs, goals, and challenges of each team member, creating an environment where everyone feels included and respected. This sense of belonging drives individuals to take ownership of their roles and to contribute their best work. When people feel like they belong, they are more likely to be engaged, committed, and motivated to contribute to the success of the team. Moreover, empathy helps to break down barriers and silos within organizations. In many workplaces, there can be divisions between departments, teams, or even individuals. These barriers often result in a lack of communication, collaboration, and shared purpose. Empathetic leaders, however, understand the importance of fostering connection and understanding between different parts of an organization. By demonstrating empathy, they create a culture where people are more willing to listen to one another, share information, and work together toward common goals. Empathy helps to bridge gaps between people who may have different skills, backgrounds, or perspectives, allowing them to work more effectively as a cohesive unit. This collaborative spirit inspires action by creating a sense of unity and shared purpose, where everyone is working toward the same objectives. In addition to fostering trust and collaboration, empathy also allows leaders to motivate their teams during times of difficulty or uncertainty. Challenges, whether internal or external, are inevitable in any organization. During these times, empathy becomes even more critical in empowering people to stay focused and continue moving forward. An empathetic leader is able to recognize when their team is struggling, whether it be due to personal hardships, workload stress, or external challenges. Rather than simply pushing people harder, an empathetic leader takes the time to understand the underlying issues and offers support. This support may come in the form of practical help, emotional encouragement, or simply acknowledging the difficulties the team is facing. When people feel supported during tough times, they are more likely to push through challenges, stay engaged, and continue to contribute, even when the going gets tough. Another way empathy empowers action is by encouraging ownership and accountability. When leaders take the time to understand the goals, aspirations, and challenges of their team members, they can help individuals set meaningful, personalized goals that align with both their personal motivations and the objectives of the team or organization. This alignment fosters a sense of ownership, as individuals are more likely to take responsibility for goals that resonate with their own values. When people feel that their work is meaningful and aligned with their personal goals, they are more motivated to take action and follow through. Empathy allows leaders to understand what drives each person and helps them tailor their leadership approach to create a sense of ownership and accountability. Empathy also plays a crucial role in inspiring innovation and creativity. When people feel supported and understood, they are more likely to think outside the box, take risks, and share their ideas. Empathetic leaders create a safe environment where team members feel comfortable expressing their thoughts and trying new things without fear of judgment or failure. This freedom to experiment and explore new possibilities is what leads to innovation and progress. Leaders who demonstrate empathy are more likely to inspire creative solutions to problems, as they encourage a culture of openness and collaboration. When people feel safe to share their ideas and opinions, they contribute in ways that move the team forward, driving positive change and growth. Empathy empowers people to act and contribute because it creates an environment where individuals feel supported, valued, and understood. When people experience empathy from their leaders, they are more motivated to take ownership of their work, collaborate with others, and contribute to the success of the team. Empathy fosters trust, breaks down barriers, encourages creativity, and supports individuals during times of difficulty, all of which inspire action. Leaders who practice empathy build stronger, more engaged teams that are driven by a shared sense of purpose, making it possible to achieve extraordinary results together. Vulnerability is often perceived as a weakness in leadership. It's seen as a lack of control, a sign of insecurity, or something that should be hidden in order to maintain authority. However, in reality, vulnerability is one of the most powerful tools a leader can possess. When leaders are willing to show vulnerability, they allow others to see their human side, which builds trust, fosters deeper connections, and creates a culture of openness and authenticity. Vulnerability does not mean exposing every weakness or flaw, but rather acknowledging imperfections, being honest about challenges, and showing a willingness to learn and grow alongside those you lead. This willingness to be vulnerable can have a profound impact on a leader's ability to inspire, motivate, and connect with their team. When a leader is vulnerable, they break down barriers that often exist between themselves and their team members. These barriers, whether they are emotional, psychological, or professional, can make it difficult for team members to feel comfortable, valued, or willing to engage with their leader. Leaders who put up walls around themselves often unknowingly create a sense of distance or hierarchy, making it harder for team members to approach them or communicate openly. However, when a leader demonstrates vulnerability, they invite others into their world, making themselves more approachable and relatable. By showing that they too have challenges, fears, and uncertainties, they create a safe space where others feel more comfortable sharing their own concerns, questions, or ideas. This mutual openness fosters trust, collaboration, and a sense of camaraderie, all of which are essential for a high-performing team. While informal leadership vulnerability also helps leaders build stronger emotional connections with their teams. People naturally connect with leaders who are authentic and real, rather than those who maintain a facade of perfection or invulnerability. When leaders are willing to admit that they don't have all the answers or that they too are facing challenges, they humanize themselves. This authenticity allows team members to see their leaders not as distant authority figures, but as people they can relate to and learn from. This connection creates a stronger sense of loyalty and commitment as team members feel that they are part of a shared journey rather than merely following orders from someone who is detached from their struggles. Leaders who are vulnerable inspire those around them to be more open and transparent, which leads to greater communication, collaboration, and mutual support. Additionally, vulnerability in leadership can be a catalyst for growth and innovation. When leaders are willing to admit that they don't know everything or that they've made mistakes, They open the door for others to contribute their ideas, feedback, and solutions. In a culture where vulnerability is accepted, team members feel more comfortable sharing their thoughts, taking risks, and offering new perspectives. This freedom to express themselves without fear of judgment or reprisal is what fuels creativity and innovation. When people feel they are in a safe environment where mistakes are viewed as opportunities for learning, they are more likely to experiment, take chances, and propose new ideas. Vulnerability encourages a growth mindset, where individuals are empowered to continuously improve, explore new possibilities, and challenge the status quo. Furthermore, vulnerability allows leaders to lead by example when it comes to resilience and perseverance. Every leader faces setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. However, the way in which they respond to these difficulties can have a lasting impact on their team. Leaders who hide their struggles or put on a facade of invincibility risk sending the message that setbacks should be avoided at all costs, or that it's not okay to fail. On the other hand, leaders who are open about their challenges and demonstrate how they overcome them set a powerful example for their team. They show that resilience is not about being perfect or never making mistakes, but about how you handle adversity and bounce back from it. When leaders are vulnerable about their own challenges, they inspire their team members to embrace difficulties, learn from failure, and continue pushing forward, even when the path is not easy. Vulnerability also has the power to foster greater empathy and understanding within a team. Leaders who show vulnerability are more likely to be attuned to the needs, feelings, and experiences of those around them. By acknowledging their own struggles, they can better relate to the challenges faced by their team members and offer support in a way that feels genuine and compassionate. This empathy helps to build stronger relationships and a sense of mutual respect as team members feel that their leader truly understands and cares about them. Vulnerability allows leaders to connect with others on a deeper level, creating a sense of community and shared purpose. This emotional connection not only strengthens individual relationships, but also promotes collaboration and teamwork as everyone feels more invested in the success of the group. Vulnerability in leadership is about embracing humanity and recognizing that perfection is not the goal. Growth, connection, and support are. Leaders who embrace vulnerability show that they are not afraid to be human, to learn from their mistakes, to seek help when needed, and to be open to the ideas and contributions of others. By leading with vulnerability, they create an environment where trust, empathy, innovation, and growth can flourish, inspiring their teams to take action, push boundaries, and achieve extraordinary results together. When leaders lead with empathy, they inspire action not only within themselves, but also within the people they lead. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, and when leaders show this understanding, it allows those around them to feel seen, heard, and valued. People are motivated by emotions, and when a leader connects with their team on an emotional level, it fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. Leaders who embrace empathy are able to tap into this powerful motivator and inspire their teams to work together toward common goals with a renewed sense of enthusiasm and commitment. The foundation of empathy in leadership is built on the idea that people are more than just their job descriptions. They are individuals with unique experiences, feelings, and challenges. Recognizing this humanity and responding to it with empathy helps leaders create an environment where people are not only more engaged, but also more invested in the success of the organization. One of the key aspects of empathy in leadership is active listening. When leaders actively listen to their team members, they do more than just hear words. They are attentive to the emotions behind those words. Listening with empathy means paying attention to the nonverbal cues, such as body language and tone of voice, and understanding the context in which those words are spoken. It involves putting aside personal judgments or assumptions and truly focusing on the other person's perspective. Leaders who practice active listening build stronger relationships with their teams as people feel respected and understood. When individuals feel heard, they are more likely to share their ideas, express their concerns, and collaborate openly. This two-way communication fosters a sense of trust and mutual respect, which is crucial for inspiring action and motivating people to take ownership of their roles. Empathetic leaders are also adept at recognizing the emotions of others and responding to them in a supportive way. Emotions play a significant role in decision-making, performance, and relationships, and leaders who understand the emotional needs of their team are better equipped to support them through challenges. For example, when a team member is feeling stressed or overwhelmed, an empathetic leader recognizes these emotions and takes steps to alleviate the pressure. They may offer encouragement, provide resources, or simply offer a listening ear. By validating the emotions of their team members and showing care and concern, empathetic leaders help to create a positive environment where people feel safe to be vulnerable, express themselves, and ask for help when needed. This emotional support enables team members to navigate challenges more effectively, ultimately leading to higher performance and greater satisfaction. Another important aspect of empathy in leadership is its ability to foster inclusivity. Empathetic leaders are attuned to the diverse needs and experiences of their team members, and they create an environment where everyone feels welcome and valued, regardless of their background or differences. This inclusivity drives innovation, as people from diverse backgrounds bring different perspectives, ideas, and problem-solving approaches to the table. And when individuals feel that they can be their authentic selves without fear of judgment or discrimination, they are more likely to contribute fully and take initiative. Empathetic leaders actively seek out and celebrate the diversity within their teams, ensuring that everyone's voice is heard and respected. Now, this creates a sense of belonging, where individuals feel supported in their growth and development, which in turn motivates them to take action and work toward the collective success of the team. Empathy also helps leaders to model vulnerability, which in turn creates a culture of trust and openness within the team. When leaders are willing to share their own struggles, uncertainties, or mistakes, they show that it is okay to be imperfect. This vulnerability fosters a sense of psychological safety, where team members feel comfortable taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from their experiences. When leaders admit that they do not have all the answers or that they are still learning, it encourages others to do the same. This humility creates an environment where people are more likely to engage, contribute, and collaborate without fear of failure or judgment. As a result, the team becomes more adaptable, resilient, and innovative, as everyone is empowered to take ownership of their work and contribute their unique ideas without hesitation. Empathy in leadership leads to greater alignment and shared purpose. When leaders show empathy, they are better able to understand the motivations, values, and aspirations of their team members. This deeper understanding allows leaders to connect individual goals with the broader vision of the organization, creating a sense of purpose and direction that drives motivation and action. Empathetic leaders are able to communicate this vision in a way that resonates with each team member, making them feel that their work is meaningful and aligned with their personal values. When people feel that their work matters and contributes to a greater purpose, they are more likely to take proactive steps toward achieving the organization's goals. In the end, empathy is a key driver of action because it builds trust, fosters communication, resolves conflicts, promotes inclusivity, encourages vulnerability, and aligns individuals with a shared purpose. Leaders who lead with empathy create environments where people are inspired to act, not out of obligation, but because they feel supported, valued, and connected to something greater than themselves. Empathy not only strengthens relationships within the team, but also drives performance, innovation, and growth, enabling individuals and organizations to achieve remarkable success together. If we want to change the world, we must start with understanding. We must start by looking beyond ourselves and seeing the world through the eyes of others. When we do that, we inspire action not through authority or force, but through connection, trust, and shared purpose. So as we move forward, let's lead with empathy. Let's listen more, understand deeper, and show up for each other. Because when we lead with empathy, we don't just inspire action, we create a movement. Thank you.